Welcome back to AFG News Channel. I hope I'm finding you quite well where you are. This time I'm here to respond to some questions that we've been getting, and this doesn't speak to anything about permits here in South Africa, but it's a response on how Zimbabweans in South Africa can get themselves documented, because there are many who lose their documents while they are here. Some of them came here without even documents, and there are others, many of them, uh, having children who are born here who have now become stateless because they don't have any particular documents that can state which country they belong to. So this is what I'm going to talk about here. But before I go ahead, may you please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it, and also press just underneath this video. There is a bell. It's a notification button. So if you press it, what happens is that whenever we come live or whenever we upload any other video, you'll be notified of it, and then you can choose. If it's something of interest to you, you can choose to watch it. If it's not, you can ignore. So now this is what the consulate is offering in terms of services for Zimbabweans who are in South Africa. You can be able to get your passport, to apply for your passport. You can apply for passports for your children. You can also apply for birth certificates for your children. So there are certain requirements, of course, in order for you to be able to apply for these documents. For you to apply for a passport, you need to have an original long birth certificate and a photocopy which doesn't need to be certified. In fact, it should be an uncertified photocopy. You need to have an original national identity document and its uncertified copy as well. You need an original and uncertified copy of a marriage certificate or a divorce order where applicable. You also need 2 identical photographs which are in color. You need citizenship certified and uncertified photocopy where this is applicable. That is for those who were previously classified as alien citizens. So if you are renewing a passport, you need to have the expired or current or photocopy which is uncertified of that lost passport that you are reapplying for. You also need to have an original police report affidavit for a lost or stolen passport and an uncertified copy of that passport. So this is what you need, and then you have to provide to take there to the consulate an amount of 300 rands. So for those who want to apply for passports for their children who are under 18 years, you need to have all the above requirements plus an original national identity document and uncertified photocopy. For children who have attained the age of 16 years, you need an original national identity document or valid passport and uncertified photocopy for the father, mother, or other legal guardian of the child. You need to have the father or mother or other legal guardian to sign Section 5 of the passport application form. In the event that both parents are deceased, original death certificates and uncertified copies are required. You need to have a legal guardian certificate or documentary proof in the form of a Zimbabwean court order and an amount of 300 rands. So for children under 18 years who are also unregistered, you need all of the above plus an original child health card or clinic card and uncertified photocopies of all sections of the child's names and names of parents. So this is what you need for birth certificate for children born in South Africa. This is what you need to do. You bring originals and one uncertified copy of each of the following documents. That is the child's health card, child's unabridged birth certificate from RSA Home Affairs, if available, a mother's Zimbabwean birth certificate, a mother's Zimbabwean identity document, a mother's Zimbabwean passport, a father's Zimbabwean birth certificate, a father's Zimbabwean ID, and a father's Zimbabwean passport, or a marriage certificate where applicable. A single mother can also apply for the child's birth certificate by producing originals and uncertified copies of her documents as stated above. The cost for this is $100, which is what you take to the consulate, 100 rands. So for all the required documents, bring original plus uncertified copy of the registration forms obtained from the consulate to the registrar of birth and death offices in Bulawayo, Gwanda, Gweru, or Harare. So these are the requirements for you to apply for your documents here in South Africa. That is Zimbabwean documents here in South Africa. So please, good people, it is not well for us to live here as animals, as stray animals. It is imperative for us to document ourselves so that when an opportunity arises, like what happened last time when all of a sudden we were told that we can apply for permits in the Zimbabwe Special Dispensation Program, some of us were found wanting and they missed out. So let us make sure that we remain documented and that our children, again, who are born here, get the necessary documentation so that we don't hold them back in pursuing their careers in their lives. So these are the documents that are available at the Zimbabwean consulate in South Africa. These are also the requirements that I've just mentioned. So please make sure that even as soon as you get a child born into your family here in South Africa, or as soon as you have a child, please make sure that you register them so that in the event that they grow up, they do not end up having some problems, or in the event that you need to register them or some opportunities come up, they are not found wanting. Because at the end of the day, it's the children's future that we're destroying by not documenting them. We're making sure that they become stateless. And in the event of one of the parents passing on or both parents passing on, we end up having children who don't know where to go and would have affected them permanently in their lives. So it is important for us to have proper documentation. It is important for us to ensure that our children as well get the proper documents that will allow them to progress in life. Thank you very much. Please send us questions that you may have in as far as documentation is concerned, or if you have a story that you want us to report on, or a story that needs to be investigated, an issue that is troubling you. You don't have only to be a Zimbabwean. You can be an African or anyone who is interested in something to do with Africa and African lives, and then we're going to investigate that and we will report on it. So continue to ask us whatever questions you have, continue to send us tips, continue also to share with us whatever progress you are having, whatever challenges you are having, and whatever else you need the world to know in as far as you are concerned. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.